welcome out to another episode of
The Initiative.
I am one of your players, Dustin Vancouver, also playing as Sean Patrick Flanagan, and to my left are...
I guess I'm going now. So this is Michael Morgan. Sorry, I thought we were doing players first.
When have we ever done that?
What up, playa?
Yeah, so this is Michael Morgan. I am running this shindig and stuff. Who else we got?
I'm Mason Ireland, playing Darius Kane.
I'm Nikki Prindle, and I'm Hella Flamefist. What?
Woot woot! And yay!
Yay!
Because it wouldn't be Nerd Effect without it.
Nope.
Okay.
But it's not. It's The Initiative.
Mike, recap us.
Yep, recap. You got laid.
I did.
Yep.
Twice. Because apparently the first time wasn't good enough.
And Darius got laid and ended up with a negative level out of it.
You do what you gotta do.
Or who? What?
Or who.
Or what?
Or what.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit, more STD-ish, but, I figured the negative level would...
This is what happens when we
effect.
put Mike in charge of a game. This is how that goes.
Yeah, it could be much worse, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, so, out of the evening's events, we had the Evil Eye guys that had the black sluggish-like things attached to the back of their necks, which were controlling their minds. When you attempted to remove them, the things basically broke open like acid and killed whoever they were attached to.
Like in the X-Files.
No witnesses.
Pretty much. And they were successfully able to get one. And the next morning you find this out. They were able to successfully take one off of one of the guys without killing him, but it still did a bunch of brain damage to him, so he wasn't...
Hodor.
Yeah.
Derp.
Yeah.
Hodor.
So,
I'm
unfortunately,
sorry.
you were not able to get any information from any of the guys. But there was a wreckage that basically the airship that Darius ended up toasting crashed a couple miles away, and they were able to get some information off the wreckage, basically where it was manufactured, which let me get my map up so I got a better look at that.
Hodor.
Hodor.
Oh, man.
Nikki, are you caught up?
No.
Yeah, so,
How would I be caught up?
On Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I have up till season 3, but we haven't been able to watch it because my computer decided to take a giant steaming dump at some point during the
Oh, yeah, it's making wee sounds.
Yeah, it's really fun.
yes, we'll have to take a look.
Yes, please.
If anything, maybe I'll steal you and watch it from my system.
Okay.
Okay. So the airship was made in
Taiwan.
Duwatica,
Oh.
which is basically it's
China.
on the northern border of Ispara, which is the country you guys are in. And it's along, basically it's a coastal place. They do a lot of naval traffic as well as airships, and I guess the best way you could describe them is there's a lot of pirates.
Yar.
Yar.
So that's one lead you have, is where it was made.
I vote pirates.
The other lead you have is due to your finagling of information last night.
Finagling.
You were able to find that the last known location of the engineer, Rooks, who you've been looking for, it got his last known location. It's suspected he's probably not still there, but in any case, there should at least be some clues as to where they got him located now. Let's see, the other one... Yeah, but basically, if you're going to follow that lead, you'd have to go into the Lacusian capital of Naporia. in order to see if you can get more information.
Well,
I vote we go after engineer guy.
I'm going to ask my bosses which one they want me to pursue first.
All right, so next day, yeah, you'll have to sleep it off later.
Well, I'm sure I'm going to have enough travel time at some point to sleep it off. So.
Yeah. All right, so head into.
Well, actually,
Don't we have a pocket healer?
yeah, we have Pocket Healer. I'm going to have to cast Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, we'll get it covered. Okay.
Yeah, are we healed?
Yeah, you can consider yourselves healed.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so head into headquarters the next day. Professor Lambert's there. He's got a nice mirrored coating on his big round spectacles now. Yeah.
Doctor.
Well, the
He has mirror shades.
mirrored spectacles. Yeah. They were big round, basically big round glasses anyway. But he saw the goggles at the party and decided, I'm doing that.
I asked him if he got a haircut.
No.
You look different.
Why, thank you for noticing.
Just to fuck with him.
You got Commander Ashes is there. And also Captain
James T. Kirk.
Yes!
Captain Garrettson.
Oh.
The airship captain. He was present.
Okay.
With his first mate, Soda.
That's what she said. Oh, it's Soda Pop. Cool.
Soda. S-O-D-A.
Swamp
Soda.
down in Dagobah, where it bubbles all the time like a giant carbonated soda. Sorry.
Yay, Weird Al references.
All right, so so obviously finding out what the hell this Eye of Doom organization is about is going to be a top priority, considering the shenanigans that have taken place now.
Yes.
Especially considering they directly attempted to kidnap the Empress.
Oh, yeah, that happened. That was
Yeah.
bad.
So,
I stumbled in. Find some coffee.
Nice of you to join us.
How's everybody doing?
Quite good, laddie. How about yourself?
your commander is not amused.
I remember the order
Of course,
being...
she's kind of a stick in the mud that way, too.
I remember the order being do what needs to be done to get the information about where they were holding our little gnome friend Rook. I did what had to be done. And I do it again. Multiple
And
times.
again and again and again and again. Loudly.
With the spider chick. Oh. Just putting that.
With both of them.
Yeah, with both of them. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're a good man.
I am.
So-
I am a loyal patriot.
White literally took one for the team.
Yep. Took two. Actually, took two for the team.
Indeed.
As did I, but with the same person.
So, we got two objectives right now. One of them being to investigate the lead we have for the Eye of Doom. The other being to acquire Rooks as quickly as possible.
Well, I hear
The
the Eye of Doom is
lead
upon
for
us.
Rooks is probably going to
Jesus.
be more time sensitive.
Okay. Then we'll go find Rooks.
Okay.
But the Eye of Doom is upon us.
They always... The cults always say it's imminent. It's not... It's in the handbook.
Oh, okay.
No, see, really, we have a handbook on cults.
Hodor.
Hodor!
When in doubt, Hodor.
I was turning into ESO PvP. It's Hodor everywhere.
So Ashes makes reference to a map you have laid out on the table. It shows basically the Lucusian borders and known patrol routes, approximate what forces are at what locations according to the last intel they had, So basically, we're looking at the map, trying to figure out what our best route to get into the capital is going to be.
Why don't we go to the capital as merchants?
Ooh, I like that.
Or freelance mercenaries, or something that's allowed to go to the capital.
We could be a circus.
Wait, hey, check this out.
We've got Fluffy McMurder Kitty. I bet I could teach him to dance.
You know this jacket I'm wearing? Well, it's unbuttoned, but... Oh, sorry, boss. I buttoned the jacket. See this jacket I'm wearing? I don't have to wear it. I have other clothes that are less, I work for the military.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy. I have more than one change of clothes.
Don't you?
Yes.
Okay. I would suggest buying some if you haven't.
That might explain the smell.
Yeah. It actually would explain the smell, and I'd feel better, because now I don't know where the smell's coming from.
So there's a few ways we could look at this. We could go undercover. It would take some time to get to the location and get in there, which could end up in the trail getting cold. We can fly in, be there in a, within like a 2-day time frame, and then make our way into the city. Only problem with that is getting past the patrols.
Brilliant idea.
Paratrooping.
Just getting to that part.
Oh, I'm sorry I stole your thunder.
It's okay. Well, see, I have this brilliant idea. The flag that's on the ship, take it off.
You know that the ship design
is yes, it was purchased in this country. That doesn't mean we have to work for this country. We are a mercenary merchant crew, or an independent merchant crew.
Yeah, but any ship of this design that's in the borders without, expressly being invited and escorted is going to be considered a target.
Wow. Do we have anybody else's ships laying around?
Well, you torched the one that we could use.
Yeah.
That one actually is not a design that would have been from Lacusian either. That's more of a custom design. You can think of that one that they did the Assault in as a small, quick, light runner ship. So it didn't have a Zeppelin type balloon thing carrying it. It was basically just a vector thrust kind of airship.
Do we know anybody who can build one?
Shipbuilding takes a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with this. There's not a whole lot of airships available.
Too bad we murdered that T-Rex. We could just ride him into town.
The thing is if they can get you into the borders, then you can make your way to town relatively easily.
Is there some sort of smuggling system that could sneak us in?
Trojan horse it?
Yeah, or Underground Railroad it is kind of...
There is a railroad, but...
Do we have any insiders?
Again, that's going to take time.
Oh,
so that's why they want to airdrop you in.
Awesome. Wingsuits.
There's a couple ways you could go to. We could try and get past the patrols around the border, which would be the most direct route. Could also take a long way around, which would probably take an extra day worth of travel, and basically drop down near Goblin Mountain and make your way south and then across the strait. So you got one way which you're not going to have very many patrols, but you might have to deal with goblins and then find your way across the strait, so you might have to catch a ride with a merchant ship across or something like that. Or we can go in, maybe have to blaze some guns, drop you, and then you guys are on your own. Which would probably cut a day off of your travel time.
Goblins sound fun, she says sarcastically from the corner. I vote for drop us in.
What else, yo?
Am I the only one with an opinion? Because it's not a very strong opinion. I could be swayed. Don't make me make decisions that get us killed. Somebody, Darius, you do it.
So what do we got? We can
either-
go goblin route. We go in shooting.
Maybe shooting.
Maybe
Well,
shooting.
okay, technically you got 3 ways then. You can go in, fly into the goblin side,
3 ways.
and go south
Darius
into the
had one of
capital.
those last night.
Which, not only are you going through, partly through goblin territory to get into the Lacusian border, but then you're going through Lacusian territory, then you have to cross the strait, then you get to the capital. So you probably got a day's worth of travel just in that alone, considering how quickly you can get across the strait. The other way is you go from the south, where you're crossing the Lacusian border, where it is heavily patrolled, and very likely just get airdropped into the area, and hopefully the airship doesn't get shot down before that. And the third route would be to take a covert operation in. It's just doing anything covert, you're going to be taking a long time.
Let's go in all covert, like.
We may not have the time for...
Let's covertly.
I say airdrop and try and disguise ourselves as best as possible.
Yeah, it won't be too hard to disguise yourself once you're, in town.
We are
I mean,
a
it's
troop of
a lot of
circus performers.
There's a high population. It's real easy to get,
Yeah, but border
go in
patrol's
with
good.
clothes.
But once we get dropped, border
It's
patrol's going
just
to be
getting
looking
past
for
the
us.
border. Well, it depends.
Or maybe we can just murder the people at the border patrol and take their clothes.
Could we sneak Fluffy in to meet us on the ground in case we need support?
They can carry Fluffy with you.
Yeah, but I
She
meant
counts
he
as
could.
overhead luggage.
He could.
he could cause a distraction.
Yeah, that was my thought. Was he could distract people from noticing
not
us?
that powerful.
Or quick.
Well, he's adorable. There's that. I mean, cat videos.
If Fluffy had enough wind capability, it would take him a matter of weeks to go that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck that then.
Probably our best bet is the airdrop.
I say airdrop.
Airdrop?
Airdrop works.
All right. And the captain seems to agree with you. In his rough, scruffy voice, he's like, "Very well. We will be leaving by tomorrow morning. Be ready."
Mason, go sleep off your penis.
Whoa,
That
buddy.
sounds weird.
Yeah, that sounded really weird.
Your penis problem.
That's not much.
Not much better, but
No.
a little more direct.
Well, more specifically, it was a life drain effect, but
From his penis.
Guess you sucked the life out of me?
Yeah.
All right. So Lambert jumps in at this point.
Lambert?
So yeah, we got.
Anybody else imagine Christopher Lambert when he says that?
I was thinking that Disney cartoon Lambert, the sheepish lion.
Oh, God. That's so long.
Oh my God! I didn't even think of that.
He befriends the sheep.
Yep.
Lambert.
Anyway,
He saves me
apparently
from
you guys don't want your upgrade, so I'm just gonna...
No. Sorry, Doc.
I can't help my
So
brains.
yeah, we got some equipment we've been working on that it needs field testing. Could I get you guys to take some of this stuff out and see how it works for you?
Yes.
I think this is why Mike was so excited to get us to play.
I think so.
Okay, so he takes you guys over to the next room, and he's got a table set up with a tarp over it, covering everything up, and
Very dramatically.
yeah.
Of course.
And,
As you do.
As you do.
He walks up there, grabs the tarp, pulls it off. Behold!
Nerd.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite character so far.
So, there's a couple of different gun-looking items. There's a thing that looks like a gauntlet.
No.
There's a big-ass hammer. And there's some things that look like kind of bulky grappling hooks. So, yeah, he grabs the gauntlet, hands it to you, Mr. Patrick. So,
Do I read this?
no, you don't have to.
Okay.
That's just giving you what it does. But, Yeah, this gauntlet here, it's rocket powered. So you put a rocket cartridge in here, and then when you hit somebody, it makes it hit a lot harder.
Punches them into space.
It rolls hard enough.
Yes.
Damage is 1d4 times 2. Type B?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
Oh, bludgeoning.
So the gauntlet itself, if you're hitting somebody without using the rocket part, just hitting somebody, that's what it is. Which I think
my
yours
standard gauntlets is 1d10.
Your standard gauntlet's a little better. But also, you got a little bit better damage, too. So,
Plus 1d6 when using cartridge.
yeah, so when you are using it to hit somebody with the cartridge being in use, you're adding a d6 to the damage.
So you're rolling 2 die 4 plus a die 6 plus your strength bonus for damage.
Can I double fist with it?
You only got one rocket fist.
Not unless you want to hurt somebody.
Okay.
But you
That's
can
what she
use one of
said.
your other
Yes,
gauntlets
it
in your
is.
other hand and still dual wield.
So when I'm, is this, so let me ask. So I got this rocket gauntlet on one hand and a regular gauntlet on the other.
Mhm.
But if I still use them as standard ones, I still get this.
Yeah, you're still doing the same type of double attack. It's just your negative is to both attacks. But you're doing damage for the rocket fist, and you're doing damage for the offhand.
Oh.
So you're going to pretty much roll the same. It's just the damage on one is going to be different than the other.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
What if I just take a standard swing at somebody with the rocket gauntlet?
Then it's a little bit less damage than your regular gauntlets. But it's basically, well, I wrote it down there what the reload is.
Standard action.
Yeah, standard action. So you can go, you pop it open, it ejects the cartridge that was in there. You take a new cartridge, pop it in, close it, and you're ready to go for another shot. And you got a bandolier of rockets. So you'll have like a bandolier of rockets you can have on there. Okay.
How many do I get?
Um,
Or is it just assumed whenever I need one?
actually, let me finish the descriptions on everything. I'll get into that.
Okay.
Okay. And then, Darius. He hands looks like a beefy grappling hook, which you notice has a slot where the rockets go into it, just like the fist.
Okay.
So, you can use the grappling hooks off of your crossbow,
Okay.
and it has a very light, heavy-duty line. It's a silk line that's it attaches to. And you can also use it with the rocket if you want. You can use it either way.
Okay.
The rocket, you get, I think, extra range on it.
Okay.
But, yep. So you got a grappling hook on that. Nikki,
Yes.
do you see this stack of cards in my hand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So he hands you what looks like a gun, but it doesn't have a magazine or anything.
What is this shit?
This is what we're calling a caster gun. It's kind of a concept thing. It's our prototypes seem to work pretty good now, but it hasn't been tested in the field. We need to see how it works. So he hands you the gun, shows you how to pop it open, kind of like if you've seen a double-barrel shotgun when you crack it up.
Break action.
Break action, yeah. It's a break action, and it's got about an inch diameter barrel in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls out a cartridge, which looks like a bullet, but it's not. And it's got some sort of, like, runic-looking marks on it. Puts it in the gun, closes it, and then when he aims it, it shoots out a magic missile.
Neat.
Magic missile gun?
So what we've done is we've taken our mages have enchanted these cartridges to actually be like scrolls for the spells, but the gun itself is used to actually cast them, so you don't actually have to be a magic user to use them.
Neat.
So
Giant stack.
that
Did you come up
card,
with that on your own? Because that's pretty awesome.
That is
yeah,
pretty awesome.
no, it's from Outlaw Star.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you ever watch Outlaw Star anime,
Two
he
magic
uses a
missile
caster gun.
guys.
Yeah.
Is this just one for each thing that I
Yep,
have?
so each of those cards is one of your cartridges.
Ooh, acid arrow.
So every time you use one, you're going to hand it to me.
Ah, okay.
So, there's also the really big hammer, which you notice has a spot on one side for a rocket cartridge. He hands that one to Baller, and it's like, so yeah, this one's a rocket hammer. You're gonna need to practice with that.
Oh, you could mine so much ore with a rocket hammer.
God. And he's like, psh, okay, taking it out to the range. All right, so if you guys want, he gives you guys like extra rocket cartridges and stuff so you can practice with them. And go out onto basically they got a training area that the agents use regularly, so you're familiar with it, Darius.
Yeah.
So you guys can get a little bit of practice, and he's giving you some cartridges for some various spells so you can get kind of used to how they work.
Cool.
Now, just to give you guys a heads up, if you're using one of these rockets, anything that uses a rocket cartridge, and you roll a 1, you're going to need to make a reflex save to avoid being caught in the explosion. Yeah. They're not 100% stable.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. But I've decided it's just going to be a D6 fire damage if it does blow up on you.
Okay.
So you'll take half damage if you make your reflex save. Only real exception is Baller gets a +1 to his reflex save because the hammer's a little bit more away from him, so he gets a little bit better chance. But Baller has to make basically he has to make a save to avoid being tripped every time he uses it with a rocket.
This is gonna be funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Baller gets out there with the hammer. He's getting up next to the training dummy. He takes a couple swings with the hammer. It's hitting pretty solid. It's like a pretty well-weighted hammer and everything just by itself. And he's like, okay, here we go. Goes, take a swing, hits a trigger. Goes sliding across the floor. Yeah.
Oh, Baller.
I'm drawing that.
So, yeah, you guys can take a little bit of time. You try them out. You take the rocket fist and load it up with the cartridge. And then, yours one actually has a trigger on the front when it hits. So it's got like a trigger plate. So you don't actually have to hit a trigger or anything. It's just you hit something with the cartridge in there, active, and it goes off.
Just the impact.
Yeah, it's like, I was trying to think of something to compare it to, but basically when you hit, then the rocket hits and adds to the force. And there's actually like the plate that's on the front of the gauntlet, because it's a big bulky piece. Mm-hmm. Kind of a boxy looking thing. And it actually slides forward slightly to increase the force. Besides the fact that it's, rocket propelling your fist forward as you're hitting somebody. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's where the extra damage is coming from. Is that extra kinetic force behind it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. You find that the grappling hooks, they have a decent, weight to them and usability without the cartridges. You can find you can aim and hit your target fairly regularly, fairly easy that way. When you use the rockets, it's a little bit funky because it has basically a small line that connects to the hook and anchors to your crossbow.
Okay.
So you fire it, it pulls the line at the time you fire, which activates the rocket. So you fire it, it actually goes out for a split second, so it's getting a few feet away from you before the rocket engages and goes out. So you have to you aim it, you launch it, and then right after you launch it, then it propels itself. But once it does propel itself, it actually embeds itself pretty well to where it hits too.
Okay.
So you could probably get that to embed into a solid rock surface if you hit it just right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That and it's just a big beefy hook.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any questions on their upgrades?
I suggest that Lambert works on an auto ascender so you can move around the lines.
Oh, you mean like just one of those things you hang on to and it just and takes
Yeah, or
across?
something that's attached to the belt. So the line runs through it. You fire and then you can...
Oh, yeah. Actually, our prototype is a backpack unit right now. We're trying to size it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, like Attack on Titan?
Well, that's more like a like a bungee throwing you up in the air.
Yeah. No, I was thinking more like the Ascension guns from Star Wars.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
But have it like attached to your belt because like they fired their grapples with the gun and then it was attached to their belt so they could actually hold a weapon.
Oh.
Still.
Mm-hmm. All right. After you guys are done with that,
Or Batman's grab or Batman's.
I started thinking about mall rats personally.
Oh yeah,
Where
that would be it too.
yeah.
Yep.
Except for it would work better.
Mm-hmm. So there is one other incident that happens before today is over and tomorrow starts.
Okay.
As you guys are going through the market later in the day, there's some sort of ruckus going on by one of the carts.
Okay.
You guys go check it out?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Can't turn down
Apparently there's
ruckus.
it looks like one of the merchants grabbed a hold of a rattling girl
Okay.
and is, being all yelly and screamy about something.
Okay.
As you get closer, it seems like he's accusing her of being a thief.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I come over. I'm still wearing my uniform because I haven't actually gotten back to my house since last night, or my apartment, or wherever I stay when I'm in town. I walk over. Can I help you with something?
She stole from my cart.
What did she steal from your cart?
You stole an apple right there. I had an apple sitting here, and
Does she
it
have
is
an
gone.
apple?
You look in her bag. She does have an apple.
Okay.
I bought this apple earlier from another merchant. He won't listen to me.
Show me which merchant.
Okay. Actually, roll perception. Okay. You guys can all roll this if you like.
Yes.
29.
29, he's good enough.
Okay. I got all
You
excited.
see-
I was like, I can't get any better, so...
You see there's an apple under the cart behind the wheel.
Okay. I know that. Like, which merchant did you buy it from? To her.
Okay.
Just point.
She points to a merchant down the road,
A little ways.
like, a half block.
Okay. So I go, but so this apple here that probably fell off this cart isn't the one you bought to her?
No, that is
No,
not
that
the
would
apple.
probably be the one that fell off your cart.
Oh. Well, they're still pests in Berman. They shouldn't be here. Mumbles to himself as he gets under his cart
Racist.
to get his apple.
I glare at him.
And when he's down under the cart, I'm like, be careful who you accuse, because anyone can also be your ally at certain times.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. He does not look amused.
We
Anyway.
are not amused.
So,
Another ratkin has made his way over and
okay.
thanks you profusely for helping his sister. And invites you to come over and join him and his family for dinner.
Okay.
You go?
Yes.
Okay. Are y'all
Free
going?
food, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Are we
Okay.
invited? I'm always up.
Yeah, are we
for
good?
food.
He invites everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to intrude.
He introduces himself as Skiven. He is gun for hire, basically.
Okay.
Sweet.
And this is where his family lives, so he's in town for a while. Between
This
jobs.
is like the father of the family?
This was
Older
his
brother.
Older brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they get to the place that would be their, apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flanagan definitely has to crouch down.
I'm probably
Darius
I'm used
isn't.
to it.
I'm 6 foot, so I'm still
Yeah,
pretty
you're
tall.
crouching too.
I just casually stroll in, Fluffy McRaider
Yep.
Kitty trailing behind me.
But it's a human-sized apartment. But since they're so much shorter, they don't need all the overhead space. So they got a lot of like nets and tarps and stuff tied up to the ceiling.
I tell them I
that
love
they're
what
using
they've done
for
with the
storage.
place.
Oh, thank you. But they're making all sorts of stews with cheeses and stuff like that. It actually smells pretty good.
Okay.
You guys have dinner with them, and
It
it's a nice
smells
evening.
delightful in here.
Yes.
I do love anything with cheese in it.
Basically, I try to make friends with the family.
Yay! And it's a pretty big family. There's 23 of them entirely living in this apartment. Not all necessarily there at the same time, but they all live there.
Okay.
Jeebus.
Yeah, Rat can have big families.
Yeah.
And they're used to tight quarters, and yeah, if you ever go to if you guys ever find yourself in a Ratkin actual like town, it's basically a fortress they build underground, and it's just everybody's all up in each other's grill all the time, and that's just how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just an extension of what they do when they're not in a human town.
Right.
Yep. Okay, so nothing else eventful for this day. You get some sleep, you have your stuff packed up and loaded on the ship, and next morning, you guys head out.
Yep.
Alright. So,
Dun, 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 dun.
Was that a dotted line going across the map as we're making our way?
Yes,
down
it
our
was.
Okay. Making sure.
okay, first day on travels, nothing really exciting.
That was beautiful.
Dragon spotted near the horizon, but nowhere near your area, so no problems.
Do I still have a fishing pole? I feel like I got a fishing pole.
You got a fishing pole at one place.
Except for we're like
We're up
hundreds
in
of
the
feet
sky.
up in the air.
Yeah, and you're not over
And
the
over
water.
land.
I throw it over the side anyway.
Lol.
I got your seagull.
Look, I got a pine tree!
Yay!
That was exactly what I was thinking too.
I was thinking seagull, but that's fine.
Oh. Alright, so,
I was just like the idea of fishing from the side of an airship.
You think you can have a Cheeto?
Maybe. You gotta work for it, buddy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so on day 2 of the travels, still no major anything coming after you. However, you are getting very close to the border. So the captain decides to basically wait until nightfall to actually cross the border.
Okay.
He's going to try a high altitude crossing to try and avoid detection as much as possible.
Okay.
So,
And also, note, I have nothing identifying as far as anything with
yeah.
markings on me whatsoever.
yeah, you guys are equipped with, like, clothes that would be appropriate
Yes.
for
Okay.
where you're going and everything. So you got that part covered. If you got armor or stuff like that, you can easily wear it underneath. You're wearing, like, plate or anything.
Nope.
Okay. Lol.
Oh no.
Alright. After a few hours after nightfall, you make the crossing, and you do not apparently have anything coming after you.
All right.
Alright.
But you were laughing.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah,
It's dark out.
the captain's roll to fly by without being detected was pretty low. But their roll to detect him was even lower, so it worked out.
I like it.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the not paying attention train.
It's the middle of the night. What do you expect?
They're probably tired.
Does coffee exist?
Yeah. Oh, there's coffee. All sorts of coffee. Then, yeah, as you're passing over the borders, you can actually
The
see...
steampunk revolution was actually started to make better coffee.
I want a steampunk coffee maker so bad now.
You mean an old Italian coffee
I
maker?
was gonna say an old espresso machine.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
But as you're flying over the borders, you can see like the lights from the border checks and where the patrols would be. I mean, you can basically make out the border of the country because
Do we
there's
still
so
have that
many
map
checks
that we
and
had laid
stuff.
out? I'm going to mark where all the patrols are.
Well, yeah, you guys have the map with you.
I'm going to mark where the patrols are so we could reference that later.
Well, you can't actually see the patrol. You can just see where the camps are.
They're going to be where their camps are.
Very high up. And the camps are basically exactly
good
where
idea.
you would see them on your map.
He's just trying to tell you what's unnecessary.
Yeah, I know. I still thought it was a good idea.
Okay. So, a couple hours after you cross the border... Everything's going good. Captain starts descent. And you're getting to basically get to a descent to where you can actually try and start figuring out where you are. They do have a lookout that has night vision. Magically enhanced improvision. So he's able to kind of, spot the tree lines and stuff, make sure we're not running into anything.
Always nice.
Yep.
I like not running into things.
There will be no Hindenburg meets Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
run into an iceberg in the air.
Or mountain.
as you guys are flying
Well,
along,
what about a Sharknado?
Yes, there will be Sharknado. Oh, I want to fight one of those.
Isn't the second movie out like
Sharknado
today?
full of clockwork
Or yesterday?
sharks.
Clockwork Sharknado?
Yeah.
Nikki's brain just
Copyright
exploded.
Nerd Effect podcast.
Suddenly the lookout yells, "Incoming!"
I
don't like that word.
hit the ground
Mm-hmm.
I grab something and hold on.
and grab onto Fluffy so he doesn't go over the edge when something inevitably hits us.
Okay. Lucky for you, they miss. You hear cannon fire, but it's nowhere near you.
Right. So, how far away from the capital at this point?
So at this point, you would be about half a day travel.
Let's
Cool.
just jump out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Peace out, Joe.
well, actually, you have two options to get off the ship.
Jumping and being pushed.
There's three options. The Pukatron drop capsule that you guys took before.
Nope.
Parachute.
Nope. Yep.
Or they can try and do a quick land, drop you off, and
I don't
Go.
see landing being a thing that would be good.
okay.
Oh, we'll take the shoots.
Do the shoots.
I'm not getting the Pukatron again.
Pulling the silk.
I hork a little just thinking about it.
Okay. So you guys get your shoots on.
If the Pukatron goes, it'll hit the ground first, quicker, right?
Although I did puke
You do
because I
quick-
failed my roll.
Fairly quick. Yeah, it drops very quickly.
We could
Okay,
try
so
it.
if I hit the ground first as defense while they parachute down,
Oh, I like your thoughts.
and I take the
We're
Puka,
getting shot at by cannons.
I'll punch the balls away.
That's what she said.
Oh! And, ooh.
Wait.
How was that boxing?
Yeah.
I love it.
Also keep in mind, parachutes are going to be quieter.
Yeah.
Because that thing landing makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, and the throwing up noises aren't very subtle either.
No. Well, I just
Okay,
figured they
so-
already know where we're at. So I
You
might
guys
as well
are-
do it.
Right, but if we...
They missed, though, so they don't really.
Plus, they're looking at the airship. They may not see us hop off. Plus, how far up are we?
Yeah, it is pretty dark. Right now, you're probably about 100 feet over the top of the trees.
So,
not that
150
high.
feet up?
I'd say approximately, yeah.
Okay.
So you can jump, drop a few feet, and then pull shoots.
Yeah.
And not be noticed fairly well.
We're just having rip-corded so that
Okay.
Ripcorded.
As you
soon as you
guys,
jump.
as you guys are getting your shoots on,
Well, we'll see. I want to get below the tree line, then pull the chute.
So they don't see it.
So they don't see the chute deploy.
It's awfully close
Okay.
to the ground. I don't know about that.
okay, those guys are sucking it up. So,
Never heard of a lay low jump? Low altitude, low open?
Yeah.
Jump from 500 feet, open at 100?
Yeah.
Lol.
I don't trust
So,
my ability to not botch that.
There is a, if anybody's looking, you can see other airships, 2 of them, approaching.
See, I have low light vision, so.
Yeah. So,
Are they approaching from the same side?
actually, currently, yes.
Okay.
It looks like one of them's starting to maneuver to get around,
Okay.
but the other one's coming up to basically coming up but turning to get the side cannons.
It's coming from
More-
broadside.
Yeah, more from the broadside. Both of them fire cannons again, but both of them miss. It is dark, and it's hard to see you guys because you have no lights whatsoever right now,
Right.
since you're going dark.
We are ninjas.
Captain's grunting orders out of his deep, raspy voice, while Soda relays the orders in a very loud, booming voice. And the ship starts to veer tightly one way and to make maneuvers to get away from the ships and get out of line of fire.
Okay.
All right. So you guys got your chutes on? Mm-hmm. Okay. Make a roll to jump. By the way, Keely absolutely despises you bastards for making her jump out of this.
Oh, that's her fault, probably.
Yeah.
So wait, what am I rolling?
Just roll dice. Give me a total on dice.
15.
18.
Okay. And actually, I'm sorry. Go ahead and add your dex bonus.
19.
21.
Okay.
10.
Your
Oh,
total is
no.
10.
Yes.
Okay.
Smush.
One more roll.
Is this for the emergency cord?
This is probably to not go smush.
14.
14. Okay. He doesn't smush.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So everybody manages to not botch jumping off the deck
Yay!
I may have
and get their
stumbled a
sheets
little.
open. Yeah, there's kind of like a panic. Okay, there we go. Okay.
I
And
have to have words with whoever packed these chutes.
roll for landing.
Oh.
Same decks.
Okay, this time add your fort.
So for Tuesday, 16.
Yep.
Wait, what's 40? Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, 22. Bitches. I super landed. I did like a plie
Mm-hmm.
and a curtsy.
13.
13. Okay,
And we
you're
all
a
know
little
Fluffy
rough.
landed fine.
Yeah. So
Cat.
Fluffy comes down.
Sir Patrick's a little rough.
Oh, so cute.
Baller was actually a little bit rougher than he was.
Of course, it's Baller.
Mm-hmm.
Keely's basically on her face on the ground going, ow.
I go and I help her up
Okay.
and laugh after I help her up.
No. Yeah, what was your total?
16.
You're 60. Okay, yeah. You're good enough. You didn't hurt yourself or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Soon-
didn't look like a nub.
It's like that video footage of George Bush parachuting for his like 90th birthday or some shit, where he just kind of like lands and like his legs didn't work so great.
It's 90.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
It's that's how you landed though.
yeah. But yeah.
But
Like,
you landed, damn it.
yes. As soon as I'm down, I'm like gathering the shoots. And,
A standard practice for something like this would be to bury the chutes.
yeah.
Okay. Dig a hole.
Digging a hole, digging a hole, digging a hole. We got Baller for that.
Go ballers.
He's far dig for a reason, bitches. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make him roll to dig a hole. Yep, he dug a hole. Okay.
A really big hole.
Bury the shoots.
Yay, chutes are buried. And you got your incognito clothing on.
Get some of that heat in the back of your throat.
Yep. Don't breathe in Cheeto powder.
No, that's
Just in
how-
general,
how-
don't breathe in Cheeto powder.
Especially jalapeno.
That kind of burns. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hurts.
So,
Alright, so...
basically, we'll go over everybody's clothing one more time to make sure they have no identifying markers on them whatsoever.
Yep, you're good. Alright, so, at this point, do we want to call it good on this show and start up a new one, or do we want to call it good for the night?
I mean, we're still under an hour. We got about 10 to 15 minutes left if you want to keep going.
Not much else we can do before getting into like some pretty serious stuff. All right, so
Okay, well, we can call it here. I'm good for that.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good call it spot. Okay. So, like I said, you guys have about half a day's worth of travel left to get to the town, and then from there you're going to have to get in the town and find what you need to find. Okay. All right, let's call it there.
All right. Well, ladies and gents, that has been this week's episode of The Initiative. I'm joined by my buddies,
Malcolm Morgan,
Mason Ireland,
Nikki Prindle.
and I'm Dustin Vancouver, and we will catch you guys in sometime in the future.
On the flip side
Possibly.
of the D20.
Probably 2 weeks based on the
new schedule.
we're working out. So, so we might as well just announce that here. We're going to try and work on a new schedule. We're going to do the news weekly, as we've been doing. But what we're going to do is we're going to alternate the topic show and the initiative, because it's really hard to find a topic once a week. So I figure we can alternate. If we alternate, it'll be easier for us to figure out a topic as they come along.
Also, This is way fun, and Mike's written out like 2 years worth of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably... Yeah, I mean, I got enough material to keep us going for at least a year, doing it every other week.
So there we go.
Yeah, so there's no shortage of this show. So,
Yes.
God forbid we can't come up with a topic, we'll just do this.
Yep, I'm good with that.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.